Good afternoon. This is Rich Nass, Executive Vice President of Open Systems Media, and I am here for this week's installment of 5 Minutes With. This week, I have the pleasure of speaking with Mustafa Ozgen, and he is the CEO of QD Vision. Good afternoon, Mustafa.
Good afternoon, Rich.
How are you today?
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Okay, so you work for a company that develops quantum dots for LCD displays for things like TVs, computer monitors, and stuff like that. That sounds extremely scientific. What exactly does that mean, quantum dots for LCD displays?
Let me explain, Rich, maybe start from the high level, from the consumer aspect of it, and then I'll dive into the technology and give a little bit of explanation about what quantum dots are and how they are used in the LCD displays. If you look at average consumer's use of displays today, we spend more than 10 hours a day on average in front of the displays. These are maybe your TV or your PC monitor at work or at home or smartphones. And again, the time we spend with these displays is growing. But the one important fact about these displays, they can only show 1/3 of the colors your eyes can actually see. So their performance is actually quite low compared to what our eyes are capable of. And think about it, if you were using a headphone and you would not like this type of underperformance with your headphones in terms of sound performance, but somehow we've come to accept this for the last 20 years for the displays. Although the pixel resolution and the physical size of the displays have continuously increased for the better, the color capability didn't change much, and users accepted whatever was given to them. So that's about the change with the help of quantum dots and also with the help of the general industry on the content creation side with their desire to give better color to the users.
Okay, before you go on, I have to ask you about that stat that you threw out, because that really surprises me. 1/3, a person sees 1/3 of the color that's available. What does that mean? I mean, I know my vision isn't so good, but what exactly does that mean?
What it means is that, if your eyes can see, say, 100% colors, the displays, they reproduce only 1/3 of the color that your eyes can see. So the displays, when they render the color, and also the cameras, when they capture the color of the real objects or the true color, when it gets rendered on the display and shown to you, you're only utilizing 1/3 of the performance of your eye's color performance. That's what it means.
That's pretty interesting. So how does that translate to some of these latest televisions that cost thousands of dollars? They say a bazillion pixels and colors and stuff. Is that along the same lines of what you're referring to?
Yes, it's along the same lines. Those displays, although they are shown, they're marketed as millions of colors, but actually with small technical improvement with the help of quantum dots, they can actually double their color performance and have a capability of showing 2/3 of what the eyes can see, or reproducing the 2/3 of the colors what the eyes can see, and that's a sort of a much better improvement with a reasonably increased cost. And so you can say, yes, we can design a new display technology such as OLED or others to give better color to the consumer, but with quantum dots, by using quantum dots, using the LCD TV technology that exists today, we can double the color performance with a minimum cost increase.
Why does the cost need to increase? What is that a factor of?
The cost increase, basically fundamentally what happens, if you look at an LCD display from a technical sense, on the back of the display, there are a series of LED lights. They light up the back of the display, and then using that light coming from the LEDs, the individual pixel engines on the front side of the display, actually, they color the pixels. As a result, you produce the image on the display. So with quantum dots, what we do is we modify that backlight system, and we have to insert another component in front of those LED lights, and that component includes the quantum dots. And the capability of quantum dots is that it can take the light coming from the LED and using that color, it can the light or the color coming from the LED itself, it can actually reproduce red and green colors. And these red and green colors that quantum dots reproduce are very precise and they are tunable. And as a result, we can allow the LCD displays to double their color performance with minimum cost addition.
That's really fascinating. So is your technology in use today in displays?
Yes, it is in use today. It has been in use since 2013. It was first time used by Sony in their TV products, and Sony promoted the technology under the Triluminous brand that they created. And since then, Philips, Hisense, TCL, and a few other brands have been deploying. We have major deployments in China in the domestic market, as well as now coming to U.S. and Europe under either as a TV product or a monitor for the PC use.
Well, that's really fascinating. I'm going to have to dive into that a little more. Okay, so we're almost out of time here, and I have another question for you. I went through your bio, and it says that you were schooled by both the Turkish Navy and the U.S. Navy. How does that work? I mean, don't you have to be like from one country or the other? And then what is the biggest difference between those two navies? I mean, are you allowed to even say that?
Sure. First of all, I came to U.S. Navy or U.S. Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California as an exchange student because both U.S. and Turkey are members of NATO. So as a part of the NATO exchange program, there is an exchange student program that Turkish students come to U.S. Naval Postgraduate School. And so I was part of that exchange program, and in Turkish Naval Academy, I had my undergraduate degree in computer engineering, and I serviced in the Turkish Navy for about 5 years. After that, I came to U.S. Naval Postgraduate School for about 2 years for a graduate degree. I had my computer science master's degree in Monterey, and then I actually went back to Turkey and serviced some more time in Turkish Navy, and then retired from the Navy, and then came back to the U.S. That's how the transition happened. But in terms of your question about the difference between the Turkish Navy and U.S. Navy, although my information is about, say, 20 years old, my sort of experience with the U.S. Navy has been the use of technology or extensive use of technology in the U.S. Navy, both from a computer technology as well as the communications technology. It's a phenomenal use of technology in day-to-day operations of the ships and also the general wartime activities. Whereas Turkish Navy was much behind in terms of technology at the time, and I'm sure probably a similar type of gap exists today.
Okay, well that's good to know, I guess. I'm afraid we are out of time. That was 5 minutes with Mustafa Ozgen, and he is the CEO of QD Vision. Thank you very much for your time, Mustafa.
Thank you for your time, Rich, too. Thanks.